Ever wanted to get that glamorous eye look but just don't know where to start? Well then look no further. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and for those of you just tuning in, thank you so much for choosing to watch my videos. I greatly appreciate it. Today's video is a special request from my friend Dominique. Her Instagram tag is listed here. She is a fantastic self-taught makeup artist, and she specializes in makeup for women of color. So go and show her some love and check her out because she is amazing. So today is going to be an eyelash 101 class. So if you would like to figure out how the heck do I apply these lashes, just stay tuned. So here in the makeup industry, fake eyelashes are kind of a big deal. They are instrumental to making your eyes pop, accessorizing your already gloriously blended eyeshadow looks, and just overall creative outlets. There are many brands to choose from, you know, from high end to low end. It just kind of depends on your personal preference, but just know that a cheaper lash gets the job done just as much as a very expensive lash. There are definitely a lot of indie brands out there that create and design different kinds of lashes that are pretty awesome that I haven't had the opportunity to try, but there are brands that are accessible through your local drugstores. They're at Ulta, you can get them at Sephora, even online. So if you are a beginner, I would say to start off with a brand called Ardell Lashes. They're very simple. It has a very tiny band. It's not as difficult as getting into some of the thicker banded eyelashes. But anyway, today we're going to be working with the Allure Vegas Nay lashes. These are probably some of my favorite lashes at Ulta. This is in the style Fiercely Fabulous, and this is in the style Absolute Allure. So we're going to be talking about the difference between the two, the band sizes, etc. There are also two different kinds of lashes. There are lash strips, and there are individual lashes. Individual lashes, look, sister ain't even gonna mess with that. I have a hard enough time trying to get the lash strips on. Normally, if you have a really steady hand and are really good at kind of pinpointing where to place those individual lashes, you rock on with your bad self. But today I'm going to be talking about applying the eyelash strips. Choosing your eyelash shape. If you have small eyes, you want to go for a more elongated lash style, meaning that it is going to be tapered. The ends are going to be much thicker and fuller, and then it's going to taper off and be sort of thin toward the front of the eye. It's going to open it up, and it's going to create kind of a cat eye effect and really bring that eye look out. If you have eyes that are a wide set, meaning little to no crease, you're going to want to concentrate your lashes to be thicker towards the center. This is really going to open that eye up. And last but certainly not least, if you have deep set eyes, you want to pick a style that has a longer eye strip, and it's going to help lengthen and open up that eye even more and bring it to the front. Remember that eyelashes are an extension of the eye shape, and there are no rules, and you can be as creative as you possibly want for it, and you control the shape of your eye. Now on to application. So this is a little bit tricky, especially for those who have never done it before, and that is why I have chosen two different styles of eyelashes. I'm going to be putting one eyelash on one eye and the other on this eye so that you can see how to apply different types of lashes. So first I'm going to be going in with Big Daddy here. This is, like I said, this is Allure Vegas Nay in the style Fiercely Fabulous. So here are the lashes. They come just like this. With this particular brand, they have them labeled, so which is really convenient. I don't know if Ardell does now or not. I know that there are certain brands that do. I think Kiss does. So it's labeled right and left so that you kind of have an idea of where they go. It also comes with some lash adhesive. Now I'm going to talk about this a little bit too. So there are different types of lash glue. There are tubes and there are kind of like these stick wand types like I'll show you here. So it kind of has an applicator. I would recommend, if you are new to applying lashes, I would probably recommend to start with this. It's a lot more precise. It's not a big mess. So there are also different shades of adhesive. If you want your lashes to look as natural as possible, who are we kidding? They ain't gonna look natural. But if you don't want the glue to show so you can sort of see the band a little bit, I would recommend getting a black adhesive. Also, these are pretty neat because when you apply them to the lash band, some change color to signify when they are tacky and ready to apply. There are some makeup artists that choose to apply mascara before, and there are some that choose to apply it afterward. I am one that chooses to apply it before, so that is the very first thing I'm going to do is apply some mascara. This is the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara, but you can choose to use whatever you like. All right, now to applying the lashes. So I'm going to zoom you guys in here just a little bit. Do you feel close to me yet? So we are going to take our lashes here, and I'm going to start with the right one first. So I'm going to take my lash, and we're going to measure them without adhesive. So you're just going to take your lash here. And the reason I'm starting with these particular lashes first is because, and I'll try and show you here. So it has a very, very thick band. Now, I personally feel like these are a little bit harder to apply, but as far as the glue goes, it is a little bit easier, forgiving if you get glue everywhere. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna take my handy dandy mirror once again, and I'm just gonna pop this on my eyelid. So as you can see, it's way too big. Like if I were to try and apply this, let me show you. So if I were to try and apply this, it's gonna take up my entire eyelid. And when you close your eyes, what's gonna happen is your eye, the front of your eye is gonna push up on this front. And I don't care how good you are at applying your eyelashes and how freaking good that lash adhesive is, it's going to push them. And it's going to keep pushing them all day because we blink a lot. We're like blinking fiends. And it's going to eventually make that glue come loose, and it's going to start to peel off. So what you want to do is you want to go to the end of your lash. So here we have the end. This is the front. And you're going to want to trim them. Now, I'm going to take my pair of scissors here, and you can use any type of scissors, and I'm going to just make a little cut, and I'm probably going to cut, and start small. Don't cut too much because you just spent money on that lash. So you're going to take it. And I'm going to start, because these are really big, I'm going to start about right here. So I'm going to cut about that much off of the lash. That seems like it's a lot, but I promise these lashes are huge, so it's not really going to matter. So this is your lash once you get that completed. You're going to take your glue. Right now I'm using the Duo Brush On Adhesive with Vitamins in the shade Dark. Now this, when you initially put it on, it is a dark navy blue, and it eventually kind of turns black. So you're just going to apply this to the lash band. My advice is to put a little more on the ends of the eyelash. All right, so you're going to take your tweezers and place them in the center of your eyelash like so. And you're going to flip it kind of upward, and you're going to look into your mirror, and you're going to look straight forward. And then you are going to place And see how it's not moving around on the eye because it's tacky. And then you're going to take your tweezers and you're going to sort of guide that end, and you're going to want to put it down to the as close to your lash line as possible. And then once you get it in place, you're going to take your finger and you're just going to squeeze your eyelashes, your natural eyelashes, in with the lash band. And you're going to just bring them together. Now, if your eyelash is currently doing like mine right here, and not, the front is not quite settling, you can take some lash glue with your little handy dandy sticky thing. And you see how that's blue? When it's tacky, it turns black. So you're just gonna put a little drop right here at the lash line. And sort of pull down and press until that's where you want it. And usually I'll kind of push my natural lashes, and sometimes they're not quite blended, so I'll go back in with my mascara and I'll sort of give another coat just to blend them in a little bit more. Now for the thinner band. This is the other style, which is in Absolute Allure. These have the effect of a separate eyelash, but they're a lash strip. You see how these have a thinner band. So for beginners, I would say to go for something more lightweight like this, because these are a little bit more difficult to get on the eyelid. So once again, you want to measure your eyelid and see how this is way too long. It's gonna take up my whole eye. And I'm just going to trim a little bit here. This is what we're left with. We're going to apply our lash glue, okay? And you're gonna take your lashes and you're gonna flip up, and on the other side, you're just gonna look straight forward. You're just gonna drop. And then you just do a little squeeze in action. These are a perfect example of tapered eyelashes. So if you have very small eyes like I do, you're going to want to go for a lash that's sort of tapered. See how it's thicker at the end and more voluminous, and then it's thinner toward the front. These are more of an example for those that have wide set eyes. It's just going to bring everything forward and make you have a more wide awake appearance. So that is an example for that. Now, if you want to sort of make them look even more realistic, and like with a thicker band, you still see the band and you really don't like that look, you can go in with your favorite gel eyeliner and you can just go across the band and sort of blend that a little bit. Now with lashes like these, they're meant to look a little bit more natural, so you don't really have to worry about that because the band is called an invisible band. But the ones that have the really thick band like this, it's probably a good idea that you kind of conceal and cover that band, unless you're just so good that you can just make those look completely non-existent. But I don't have that kind of talent, so. Alright, so now let's pretend that it's the end of the day and you've had your eyelashes on all day and you've been looking fleek as all get out, but you're really tired and you really want to take these eyelashes off. Now your question is going to be, how the heck do I take these off properly? And can I use them over and over again? And the answer is yes. Most eyelashes are reusable, but you have to take care of them. So I'm going to show you how to take off your eyelashes at the end of the day. First, you're going to want to grab an oil-free eye makeup remover. It's important not to use any sort of oil-based anything or just straight oil, and I'll tell you why. Because you use oil, no matter how tempting it is, it's going to break down the integrity of the eyelash, and you don't want to do that. Today I'm using the Almay oil-free eye makeup remover. And you're going to take a Q-tip, and you're just going to put a little bit of eye makeup remover. And you're going to want to take your eye makeup remover and you're going to run it along here. And this is going to help separate the adhesive from the eyelid and the lash line. So once you do that and run it along, you're going to take from the corner and you're just going to gently tug. And so there's your eyelash. Now that you have your lash, we're going to take a little bit more eye makeup remover on our Q-tip, or you can do a cotton ball. That works too, especially for this part. And you're just going to clean all the areas and wipe it on all the areas where that eyelash glue was. And then any thicker areas, you're just going to tug that glue off. So now we've got our glue off. Now we're going to take our tray that it came in, and we're just going to pop that right here. And the reason why we have these right here is it's going to help mold that and keep, you know, kind of like a, what is it called? Like, I can't exactly remember the name, but you know, the wooden things that go in like dress shoes that help, you know, keep the form of the leather. It's the same concept with eyelashes. So this is just going to help them keep the form of that U shape so that you can wear them for next time. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. I'm going to go and sort of take off the rest of this adhesive off of my eyelashes and this wonky eyeliner. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate you guys so, so much. Like I've said in previous videos, if you have any ideas or suggestions, I really appreciate them. Please list them below in the comments section. And until next time, guys, bye.